Hi there. This video is going to talk about the use of floats. I want you to look at this particular website, Facts About Pugs and then Facts About Poodles. I'm going to give you the code for some of this, and then what I want you to be able to do is to make some changes to this site. So the first thing you see is Facts About Pugs, and we see that there is a cute little pug, and around it we have some text. And in this particular one, we see that within this division, we've got identified some color that goes with it. Then we finish this particular Facts About Pugs and we go to a new one, Facts About Poodles. This heading doesn't have any type of formatting, and this one is a right float. So this one has a left float, and we notice that there is a margin here, and this one has a right float. Okay, so how do we get this to happen? So if we go to our code starts with, just like we normally have, our regular head information, and we go to the style. And here, as you notice, as we look at the body, we see that the body, I've only defined the body with a width of 500. If I would have defined the body with a width of 1200, which is the size of the actual screen, we would have had it go all the way across. And within the body, I'm saying this is the color that I want it to be, which is more this white color. And then I say that the text is going to be black. All right. Now we go to the division. And for the first division, we have a background color, and the background color is that kind of beigeish color. And we have a format for our heading with a background color of like a green. We have some padding around it, so that would be all the way around because we just have one value. And then we say that the color for the heading is going to be yellow. All right. And then we identify that our font family for all of our paragraphs is going to be sans serif. And then here's where we start to identify how we're going to get the pictures to float. So as we remember from last week, anything with a period in front of it is identified as a class. Now, this word, float1, is just a word I made up. It doesn't mean anything, but this period indicates to HTML, oh, here is a type of style that could be used multiple times. And here's where we define it. We say float, which is an HTML, float left. We're going to have 10 pixels of our margin to the right, and we're going to have a border that's like 3 pixels ridge, and it's going to be black. All right? And then we have something called clear left, meaning after we're done with whatever we're doing to float left, when we're done with that, we want to clear it so the next group of text or pictures will start at the left and do whatever it's coded to do. So the next piece of code is something, once again, another class, and it's called float. And this one I called float R, meaning I want it to be float right. And I identify a margin once again, margin right, and then I put down this border of whatever it was going to be. So I could change this if I wanted to. All right. And actually, I'm going to say that margin is going to be left instead. All right. All right. And then I close my style. All right. So once again, let's look to see what this particular website looks like. So I'll do it again. I just moved this over so that we would have a little space between the text. I gave that margin. That's why that's margin is like that. All right, beautiful. You're saying, this is beautiful. I like what this is. All right, the next piece we want to talk about is how do we actually code it in the HTML. So if we go back to the HTML, we start with our first heading. Our style has already been taken care of here. We've identified our style. And we start with our picture, our image, and then within this, the tag for our image, we identify class equals float1 because we want it float left, float L. We say what our picture is. Our source is our dog. We put the alt cute pug looking at you, and I identify my height and width of my picture, and I close it. Then I put my text. Okay. If I did not have this float left, what would happen? The picture would be on the top, and there would be no text wrapping around it. So the float left allows us to do that. All right. So we look at that. Once I finish with that, I go and I do this, after all of my text, I do this class clear left. If I take this away, and I go back to my site, what has happened is that you notice we lost one of the lines here. So we want to put this back. And then this was all in one division. If I got rid of the division, which might be more actually useful to show the value of the float, all that did was take this and move it.